Everyone, welcome to Dr.MedEx Education. Today's our topic is capacitation from anatomy and embryology. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic that is frequently asked in NEET-PG, FMGE, INI-CET and MBBS examinations. That is capacitation of spermatozoa. Have you ever wondered why a sperm cannot fertilize an egg immediately after ejaculation? The answer is capacitation, a fascinating physiological process that prepares the sperm for successful fertilization. Without capacitation, even a healthy sperm is unable to penetrate the ovum. In today's class, we will learn a lot. So, point 1, what is capacitation? First of all, you ask from yourself, what is capacitation? Where does it occur? What changes take place in the sperm? Why is it essential for fertilization? Important MCQs, mnemonics, and previous year examination questions. By the end of this session, you will not only understand the concept but also be able to answer any examination questions with confidence. So let's begin and make this topic simple, memorable and exam oriented. Welcome to Dr.MedEx Education. Let's learn together and succeed together. So today we are going to explain capacitation. Okay, capacitation. Human egg. Okay, human egg. Even this ovum is very important. Whenever we will think about the image, first of all, try your best to keep this image in your mind. Try to imagine. Okay, imagine yourself. This is nucleus in the center, as you know, nucleus always in the center. This is called cytoplasm. Okay, cytoplasm. This one is the first polar body. This one is first polar body. This layer here, zona pellucida or jelly coat. Zona pellucida or jelly coat. Okay, zona pellucida or jelly coat. The another one, the outer one, and in the middle, outer one and in the middle, outer one in the middle, corona radiata. Corona. Don't rona, corona. That is outer side. Okay. Whenever you start weeping or crying, the tears comes outside. So always remember with the tears always come outside from your eyes. So that is why we say corona radiata. That is follicular cells. Okay. Follicular cells. Corona radiata. Okay. So it's very much clear to you all. Yes, so now we are going to explain few very important MCQs, okay, and it will be very much helpful to make it clear, and you will get a lot of advantage from this MCQ. So here is a very important question. A spermatozoon acquires the ability to fertilize the ovum only after undergoing which of the following process, okay? Which of the following process? So first of all, I will make it clear, or maybe you are not willing to ask me what is difference between a spermatozoon and what is a spermatozoa. First of all, you should understand it. Okay, what is a spermatozoon? What is a spermatozoon and what is a spermatozoa? Okay, because it is given in our question. Okay, what is this given? This given is Okay, spermatozoon and spermatozoa. Okay, spermatozoon and spermatozoa. So please let me know what is the main key point difference. Okay, what is the main key point difference? Spermatozoon, spermatozoon. Okay, spermatozoon. I will tell you. Spermatozoon is a singular. Okay, spermatozoon is a singular. Means, what does it mean? Only one sperm cell. Singular means only one sperm cell. And a spermatozoa is plural. Okay, this is plural. More than one sperm cells. So now we can understand the question. We are talking about a spermatozoon. A spermatozoon acquires ability to fertilize the ovum only after undergoing which of the following processes? So what is the answer? Answer is capacitation. Okay, answer is capacitation. So first of all, I will let you know few important key points, then you can understand more clearly. This is a human egg with ovum, human egg, ovum, human sperm, spermatozoa, human egg, ovum, and human sperm, spermatozoa. So I told you already, the outer one is a corona radiata, follicular cells. This is in the middle, cytoplasm. This is nucleus, cortical granule. This is cortical granule, cortical granules. Okay, this is cortical granule, outside cortical granule. Zona pellucida, that is jelly coat, and this is human sperm, spermatozoa. So first of all, you start from the head. Okay, so in front of the first of all, you can focus on acrosome. This is head. Okay, all part. This is head. This is middle piece. Number 1, this is head. Number 2, middle piece. Number 3, we can say tail. And number 4, we can say axone. Okay. So first of all, we will make it clear. Divide head, middle piece or mid piece, or we can say tail and flagellum. Okay, tail or flagellum. Axone in the last. Okay. So acrosome, nucleus, centriole. This is centriole. This is middle piece. This is the question also. Where you can find mitochondria? So we can find mitochondria in the middle piece, mid piece. Note point: mature human ova are arrested in metaphase 2. Where mature human ova are arrested in metaphase 2. Okay, until fertilization, and hence do not actually possess a condensed nucleus. However, nuclei are typically included in biological drawing of egg cells to represent the presence of haploid DNA material. Okay. Come to the explanation of capacitation. Okay, what is this? So I will let you know capacitation. The process that a sperm must undergo to prepare to fertilize an egg. This is a process that mature sperms undergo after entering the oviduct and uterus of the female reproductive tract. A sperm must undergo capacitation and the acrosomal reaction to be able to penetrate through the outer layer of an oocyte, namely the humulus superus and the zona pellucida. Capacitation results in the hyperactivation of the sperm motility with the acrosomal and the cortical reaction. Following this, compounds such as heparin and progesterone can be used to induce capacitation. Capacitation is the final maturation process of a sperm. It occurs in the female genital tract, mainly in the fallopian tube. So this is a question. Mainly where? In the fallopian tube, in the ampulla. It enables the sperm to undergo the acrosome reaction and fertilize the ovum. Okay. So here we can see zona pellucida is the specialized area surrounding mammalian oocyte eggs. It is also known as an egg coat. The zona pellucida is essential for oocyte growth and fertilization. So zona pellucida is very important. Why? Because this is a specialized area surrounding mammalian oocytes eggs. It is also known as the egg coat. The zona pellucida is essential for oocyte growth and fertilization. So why zona pellucida is important? Because of its growth and fertilization. What is cumulus oophrus? Already mentioned in the explanation part. Cumulus oophrus. So I will let you know. Yes, here is a cumulus oophrus. Okay. So I will explain it. Cumulus oophrus. The cumulus oophrus is a cluster of cells that surround the oocytes both in the ovarian follicles and after ovulation. In the antral follicle, it may be regarded as an extension of the membrana granulosa. The innermost layer of these cells is the corona radiata. The innermost layer of these cells are corona radiata. Okay, come to the function and mechanism. The sperm capacitation consists of 5 main steps. Changes to a sperm plasma membrane that cause increased membrane fluidity, changes pH, ion flux, activation of secondary pathways, and changes to membrane potential hyperpolarization. These steps result in hyperactivation of the sperm motility. All these steps are very much important for the hyperactivation of the sperm motility. Come to the second question. Capacitation of spermatozoa normally occurs in, already I have explained. You should answer it. Okay. Epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicle, and fallopian tube. Okay. So our answer is very easy, fallopian tube. Okay. Capacitation of spermatozoa normally occurs in fallopian tube. Okay. Fallopian tube. I have already explained you. Here, capacitation. Okay. Final maturation of the process of sperm, it occurs in the female genital tract, mainly in the ampulla or fallopian tube. Fallopian tube or ampulla. Okay. Ampulla. Okay. Ampulla. I have already shown you here ampulla. So this is very important. Come to the another question. Okay. Explanation. I will explain it. Explanation. Capacitation occurs after ejaculation in the female reproductive tract, particularly in the fallopian tube, in the ampulla, where secretions remove inhibitory glycoprotein from the sperm membrane. Okay. Come to the question number 3. Yes. Which of the following events immediately follows the capacitation during fertilization? Which one of the following events immediately follows capacitation during fertilization? Yes, tell me. Please tell me. Spermiation, acrosomal reaction, cortical reaction, or implantation? Which one? Yes, you are very right. Acrosomal reaction. Very good. Thank you very much for your giving this correct answer. My dear friends, come to the question number 4, and this is very easy question. The primary purpose of the capacitation is to, what is the primary purpose? Option A, increase sperm count. This is the primary purpose. Increase sperm motility and prepare for acrosomal reaction. Option B, increase the sperm motility and prepare for acrosomal reaction. Option C, produce testosterone. or form the acrosome? Please tell me. So the best option I will let you know very quickly. Okay, come to the explanation first of all. Capacitation produce hyperactivated motility, destabilizes the sperm plasma membrane, makes the sperm capable of undergoing the acrosomal reaction. Yes, acrosomal reaction, which is essential for fertilization. So we found our answer. We found our answer. Answer B. A, B, C, D. So answer will be B. Increase the sperm motility and prepare for the acrosomal reaction. The primary purpose of capacitation is to make the sperm capable of fertilizing the ovum or egg. Okay. More specifically, or capacitation enables the sperm undergo acrosomal reaction. Yes, this is also explanation of our question. Which releases enzyme needed to penetrate the zona pellucida, X outer layer. Increases sperm motility. Yes, capacitation. Primary purpose of capacitation is increases sperm motility, hyperactivation, helping it to reach the and penetrate the egg. Prepares the sperm membrane for the fusion with the oocyte. One line exam answer is very key point. The primary purpose of capacitation is to render a sperm capable of fertilizing the ovum by enabling the acrosomal reaction. Yes, come to the next question. That is question number 5. Which of the following statements regarding the capacitation is true? Which of the following statements regarding capacitation is true? A. It occurs in the epididymis before ejaculation. Option B. It occurs inside seminiferous tubules. Option C. It occurs in the female reproductive tract and essential for the fertilization. Option D. It occurs only after fertilization. Okay. So what will be the answer? The best answer will be option C. It occurs in the female reproductive tract and is essential for fertilization. I have provided you important figures from the online sources. You can go through it. This is the vast difference, body of epididymis. This is tail of epididymis, tunica albuginea, seminiferous tubules or head of epididymis. Okay. So same pictures I have given you the option. You can learn it. This is the mucosal folds, and this is what about the fallopian tube here. This is the fallopian tube, and here see vagina. This part is vagina, uterus, fundus, uterine tube, infundibulum, and fibula. Explanation. Capacitation occurs after ejaculation takes place in the uterus and fallopian tube, predominantly in the fallopian tube portion. It is essential before the sperm can fertilize the ovum. Capacitation occurs mainly in the uterus and fallopian tube. Capacitation mainly occurs in the uterus and fallopian tube. Fertilization usually occurs in the ampullary isthmic junction of the fallopian tube. Fertilization occurs in the ampullary isthmic junction of the fallopian tube. Implantation occurs in the endometrium of the uterus. Okay. So thank you very much, my dear friends. I hope it will be very much helpful for you. If you like it, please share it with your friends. Discuss with your friends. If you have any queries, please let me know on the capacitation part. Then we can also discuss. Okay, please let me and give me feedback. If you have any queries, let me know. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my dear doctors. Thank you.